Welcome to the 10 days to 10K on Kajabi. This is day 9. We are going to talk about launching your flagship course today. So at this point, we have built a flagship course, or at least planned on the building of the flagship course. Today, we're going to walk through the process of launching that for the most success possible. And then tomorrow for day 10, we're going to talk about how to put all of what we've talked about into an evergreen machine that is just going to run for you, create revenue, print money. There's no better way to say it. It's just kind of what it does. All of this is so exciting to me because what it's done for me, what I believe it's going to do for you is it just sets you free. It separates your time from your money. In other words, your direct input of time is separate from having to do that to create the money that you have. That becomes a disproportionate proposal. We put in the work up front. It's a fixed amount of work to set up the infrastructure of our business, get a good content plan together, build our products, and then the scale of how much money is able to be made when all these things are put into an evergreen system, that is amazing. And the good news is we've been building that evergreen system this whole time. We just haven't looked at it that way. We've been building one piece at a time. All these pieces fit together, and they fit together amazingly on Kajabi. So as we get started today, I want to mention, if you are not on Kajabi yet, be sure to jump onto Kajabi right now. Today and tomorrow are the last 2 days that you're able to get 3 months of Kajabi for $99. This is a massive discount up front. The reason why this is so cool is you can take those first 3 months, jump on Kajabi, and get a head start with everything we've talked about. Just go through each one of these days and do the actions we've talked about. And you've got 3 months to put it all together before you're paying the normal rate at Kajabi, which is still a great deal. But for $99 to get the whole 3 months is just awesome. You're also going to get a 45-minute call with me one-on-one to talk about your business, talk about Kajabi, how to get the best possible start on the platform. You're going to get the Kajabi Accelerator course, which is awesome. I set that up to be specific for people jumping onto Kajabi and wanting to get everything in order and ready to start running their business on Kajabi. And then you're going to get my $25,000 course launch email template. All of that is available at lanesebring.com/Kajabi. If you are watching after the fact, if you're watching after August, you can still go to lanesebring.com/Kajabi, and you can still get all of those bonuses, the 45-minute call with me, the Kajabi Accelerator course, the course template, all of that. You can still get it all. And you can get a 30-day free trial. So that's the difference. Right now, you get the $99 for 3 months. That goes away after August 31st. And what takes its place is the 30-day free trial. So if you're watching this right now, before August is over, this is the time to go jump onto Kajabi. If it's after the fact, you can still go to 30-day free trial. Let's check out some comments. We've got John Dillon watching from Colorado, way up in the mountains. I love the Rockies. I think they're awesome. I grew up in Oklahoma. That's where I'm from originally. Lived there until I was 22, then moved to Washington, D.C., lived there for 10 years, then Tennessee for 5 years, and now I'm in Florida. But when I lived in Oklahoma, where we went to go skiing was the Rockies. We went to Breckenridge a lot. Sometimes there was a few others. Monarch Mountain, I think I went to. Loved being there in the winter. That's awesome. Dan the man, he says, let's go. Let's launch this baby. That's awesome. Yes. Zan has been here every day. It's been amazing. Loved seeing Dan on there, or Zan on there every day. We're going to go ahead and jump in and get started. So welcome, everybody. Want to just remind everybody where we've been. So we talked, the day one actually was about why should we jump on Kajabi? Why Kajabi over a different platform? Day two, we looked at your business idea. And really, this has been kind of the overarching, I'm never sure. But whatever it is, this has been the formula that we have looked at every day. Your knowledge plus your passion plus demand equals a profitable idea. So we've kind of looked at how do we take If all these things are put together, how do we take them and create something amazing out of it? Well, we have to set up an infrastructure. That's why that was day 3, a website that points people to our lead magnet, which then puts them on our email list that sells them our products. We have a content plan. This is crucial. Content is the bread and butter of your online business. And we need to make sure that we're posting helpful, relevant, consistent content that is a bridge and not a dead end. If you want more information about that, go watch day 4. It's awesome. Day 5 is building your coaching program. We talked about how this is the amazing part. You can start making money very quickly on Kajabi. It's set up for a coaching program, super easy to do. By the way, I mention this every day, but if any of this, if you want more hands-on tutorials, go to my YouTube channel, which you are on. Hi, welcome. And go to the playlist for Kajabi, and you can find all of these, and they're broken down categorically. Just look for, your coaching program on Kajabi, and you'll find a playlist with videos about it. Day 6, build your mini course. So we looked at what it takes to build a mini course. What makes a course a mini course versus a flagship course? And we looked at how a mini course is really solving one problem and solving it really well. And it's a very focused course. So then day 7, we looked at launching your mini course. And then yesterday, we looked at building your flagship course. So we looked at kind of what makes the difference between a flagship course and a mini course, what needs to be in a flagship course, how do you build it? And again, I want to point you to the playlist for the kind of details. What we're doing in these 10 days is I'm giving you the major rocks, okay, the big rocks, the kind of, you need this in place, this in place, this in place in order to have a $10,000 a month business on Kajabi. One of those is having a flagship course that is built and today is going to be launched. But if you want more information on how to build it, watch yesterday, day 8, but then also go check out the playlist that talk about launching or building a flagship course. So that brings us to day 9. We have 1 day left after today. You'll have everything you need to get going towards a $10,000 a month business on Kajabi. That's pretty exciting. Today is day 9. We're going to talk about launching that flagship course. And to do this, I want to kind of bring us back to where we were yesterday, where we were talking about, 2 days ago, when we were talking about launching your mini course. There's a few things that we talked about that I think are really helpful that lead up to today. All right. And a lot of those have to do with the pre-launch strategy. We talked about this, that a pre-launch strategy is essentially, let me go back one. So we don't want to just spring a course on our audience out of nowhere. We talked about this a couple of days ago. This is true for a mini course. It's also true for a flagship course. They need to be warmed up and primed to purchase from you. You need a pre-launch strategy. A pre-launch strategy is essentially a series of content you'll release ahead of launch week. The content will relate specifically to your course and lead your audience directly to it. So the 3 options we talked about are the live webinar, the 3-part pre-recorded workshop, and the 5-day challenge. Those are all 3 great options. I would select one, just pick one, learn how to do it, and then do that for the launch of your mini course and for the launch of the flagship course. So if you want to know more about the details of the pre-launch strategy, watch day 7. Okay, go back and watch when this live is over. Go check out day 7, and that will bring you back up to speed of all that needs to happen before launch week. That is crucial. One of the things we talked about is just like you would never see a production studio spend $100 million making a movie and not tell anybody about it and just release it one day, where you show up at the theater and it's just playing and you've never seen it, you've never heard of it. There's no posters about it. There's no trailers about it. There's no marketing at all. Just here's the movie. You would never see that because they know that people need to feel a sense of anticipation about this release. They need to feel a sense of excitement. They need to know it's coming. They need to know that it's for them, and they need to kind of be ready for it. It's the same thing with your course, whether it's a mini course or especially a flagship course. So most of the work for launch week should be done before launch week. So you've already done the pre-launch strategy. Now we're talking about what do you actually do on launch week? What do you do the 5 days or the 7 days where this course is open for enrollment? Now, one of the things that I suggest is to launch when you first build a course, what I always do is I launch it 2 times, at least 2 times, with an open cart, closed cart model. What that means is that I will build the course, I'll do the pre-launch work, okay, let people know that a course is coming, and then I will open it like on a Monday and let everybody know that it's closing on Friday. The reason why I do that is because I want to, in those 5 days, give people every opportunity they can, every opportunity they have to purchase that course within those 5 days, knowing that at the end of 5 days, it's going away. You cannot purchase it anymore for at least a few months. An indefinite time in the future, it'll reopen. There's a lot of reasons why. Most of that has to do with scarcity, creating some urgency. People might think your course is awesome. They might love it. They may think it's amazing. But if it's just available forever, indefinitely, most people will delay that decision, even if it's the right decision. So by putting an end date on the cart, you kind of help people make a decision quickly. The other reason why I do it is because it gives me an opportunity to turn off enrollment, and then let's say 40 people join the course. Well, there's 40 people, 40 brand new students in a brand new course that are going through my course material. I want to serve those people well. I want to learn what their questions are. I want to make sure that the course is perfect, that there's no major flaws in it, right? That, this link doesn't go where it's supposed to be, or this lesson doesn't make any sense. I want to fix all that. And then I want to get testimonials from those people. I want the people who really love the course to tell me, right, that they love it and it's amazing. So that the next time I open the course a few months later, now I've got whatever bugs were in the course or dead ends, it's all fixed. And there shouldn't really be any of those, but it's always nice to turn off the nozzle, turn off the faucet a little bit, kind of like be done with new people, serve the people that are in there, find out how the course is working, make it better in any way you can. Get the testimonials, and then the second time you launch it, now you've got this list of testimonials. You've got all these people who were in the course and are just raving about it. That works to your advantage. So that's why I like to have a specific set launch week. Now, I want to get into what that launch week is going to look like, because you're going to set up a series of emails to go out to your list during launch week, and the email should follow a specific path. So I'm going to get into what that path is going to look like, but let's check out a couple of comments. Content is content. The reason why I'm committing to showing up every morning is because of you, Lane. You're a good guy with a great family doing good things in the world. God bless you. Man, Zan, I love you so much, dude. I really appreciate you saying that. Everybody needs to go check out zantheman.com. He's got some amazing resources there on confidence and online business. He is a champion of your success, and he will serve you well. So go check out zantheman.com. He's a huge supporter of me, and I want to be a huge supporter of you. Also, you're the best, so y'all better get his program before it's too late. Let's go. Yeah. No, man, I appreciate you saying that. I do have something really cool coming up right now. Enrollment is open for lanesebring.com/insiders. This is Lane Sebring's online business insiders. This is my private exclusive. That was just a great segue. We didn't plan this, but since Zan said that, everything we're talking about here for 8 weeks, we go way more in depth into all those. Zan was a student in the program. He loved it, and it's content, but it's also, I limit it to 7 people. We're on video together. I teach through some content every week, but we also do hot seats. This is where you're able to talk about your business, what your challenges are as you're getting started in your online business, what you're up against, and then we as a group, I lead through a kind of coaching process to help you work through those problems. And so even if it's not your hot seat that week, you still get the benefit of hearing what all these people are talking about. Then when those 8 weeks are over, you and I have a 60-minute strategy session to put into practice all of your takeaways. It's really, really a great program. I only run it twice a year, and it's open for enrollment right now. So go to lanesebring.com/insiders to find out more about that. All right. So here's how the emails should go. All right. Now, what we're trying to do here is this is one way of doing it. This is not the only way. It's not even maybe the best way, but it's a way that works. I've seen it work for myself and I've seen it work for other people. And this is a 5-day launch. And what you're going to do is build out this email sequence on Kajabi. And I have videos on how to do this. I sound like a broken record, but if you go onto my YouTube channel, go to the playlist, you'll find some videos on launching your course, and these emails are in there. But I'm going to give you the overview of what you should do with each email. So day one is when you're going to announce the product and infuse scarcity. So this is after the pre-launch stuff is over, right? People have seen the workshop you did. They saw the 3 pieces of content that you did leading up to launch week. All of that stuff is done. And so a good amount of your list knows that something's coming. And some of them know what's coming. You've told them. But for everybody, they're warmed up to the point where day one hits, you have an email. My dog's over here having a dream. He's freaking out. I mean, he's probably dreaming about somebody stole his bone and they're running away from him or something. But anyway, okay. So sorry, I got distracted. So you want to announce the product and infuse scarcity. So what you're going to do is the first email comes out and it says, today is the day. My XYZ course is open for enrollment. And what you're doing is you're pointing everybody to the sales page. So that email should be the one intention of that email. In fact, every intention of every email in this 5-day list that I'm showing you, every intention of these emails is one call to action, and that is to click on the link to the sales page, because the sales page on Kajabi, your landing page, is where that course is sold. That's where the checkout page is. That's where they're going to put their credit card in. They're going to purchase the course. So the email, the point of it is to get people from the email to the sales page. So you're going to announce the product. You're going to have links to find out more details about the product, and you're going to infuse scarcity. So what I do, typically the first time I launch, there are 2 forms of scarcity. One, this product is closing on Friday. In other words, or whatever day, Saturday, Thursday, whatever you decide, 4 days from now, 5 days from now, give the exact date and the exact time that it will be unavailable. So you're going to say something like, I want you to jump on this now because Friday at 11:59 p.m., it is done. Like you can't enroll. The other piece of scarcity that I love to do, especially when I first launch a product, is reduce the price a little bit and let people know price is going up the next time I launch it. So let's say that your normal price is going to be $497 for a course. Maybe the first time you launch it, you put it at $397 and you say, look, this is the cheapest it's ever going to be. Next time I release it, it's going to be more expensive. So there's 2 forms of scarcity there, but announce it and then infuse scarcity, point people to the sales page. Day 2, build tension and reveal benefits. What do I mean by tension? What I mean is you want to agitate the pain or the problem that your course solves. So as you think through this email, what is the main pain point that your course is going to solve, or your course is going to address, that you can kind of massage in the email? So let's say that I use this example a lot, but let's just say that you're a fitness coach and you have a wellness reset type course. Well, your email could be something like, building the tension could be something like, hey, have you found that you've tried every possible thing you can to lose weight only to gain it back? You've tried every diet and it doesn't work because you restrict yourself and then you give up on it and you just go back to eating whatever you want. You feel discouraged. You feel like a failure. Well, I can help you. My course is going to be the thing that it's different. And here's why it's different. Then you're going to reveal the benefits of your course. So maybe you're going to bullet out in this email, if you enroll in this course, you're going to find that there's going to be a coach who understands you. I've been where you've been. Practical information, tangible steps that you can take, on and on and on, to get from where you are. Remember that escape arrival, to get from where you are to where you want to be. All right. I'm going to show you every step of the way. Those are the benefits. So that's day 2. Day 3, highlight the bonuses. Bonuses are an amazing way to make a course more attractive. So people expect that your course is going to help them go from here to there. They expect that. and they expect, okay, these are the lessons, these are the modules. Okay, I got it. And that has a value in and of itself. But when you also say, by the way, I have these other complementary videos or modules that help make the course more valuable. In other words, they give you the result in maybe a better way, or they bolster the results of the course. That can be very, very helpful and crucial. Day 4, we're going to bust some myths. So this is a great opportunity to say, here are all the kind of things that people have told you about this thing. Like, here's the myths about fitness. Here's the lies that you've been told. Here's the misinformation out there. Here's the bad information out there. And here's why I'm going to show you something different in my course. I'm going to bust these myths. And then day 5, you can do a Q&A, testimonials, and then last chance. Now, these are actually 3 different emails. I typically email 3 times on the last day. The first time I email is going to be during launch week. People are going to be asking you questions. They're going to be emailing you questions saying, what about this? Or is it, what's the difference between this course and the last course you produced? Or why should I believe this is going to be whatever? People are going to ask questions. Do I get access to it forever? Or is there a time limit? Take those questions during the week and write an email on the last day responding to those questions. So you can say, answering your questions about XYZ Academy, right? So you'll get on there and say, as you know, today is the last day that you can enroll. You might have some questions. I want to answer some of the most common questions that I've gotten. Those answers need to be well thought out, and they need to point people to the sales page. Now, don't be dishonest. Obviously, be honest, answer the questions up front, but you want to make sure that you are answering questions in a way that highlights the benefits of your product. Testimonials is another one that you can do. Maybe later in the day, you can take people who are already in the course and you can ask them how it's going. So on Kajabi, you can see progress. You can see when somebody joins. You can see what videos they've watched, how long they watched them. So you can see who's in there and who's watching a lot of your videos. Maybe they're commenting in the comment section. You can reach out to them and say, hey, if you're enjoying this, could you give me just a brief testimonial, just a sentence or 2 on what you think of the course so far, and ask their permission to use it. And then later on day 5, you do a last chance email. I typically do this about 2 hours before the doors close. And it just says, hey, in a couple hours, this thing is closing and you won't be able to enroll. And that helps to infuse the scarcity. So just to review, day 1, we're going to announce the product and infuse scarcity. Day 2, we're going to build tension and reveal the benefits. Day 3, we're going to highlight the bonuses. Day 4, we're going to bust some myths. Day 5, we're going to do Q&A, testimonials, and a last chance. That's 5 days. And it's 7 emails over 5 days. Now, I want to mention that every single one of these emails really is drawing from what's going to be on your sales page. So to launch a course, you need a sales page. Again, I have a playlist about this. We talk about this at length in my group coaching program called Insiders, lanesebring.com/insiders to apply. But on your sales page, you're going to announce the product. You're going to talk about the scarcity. You're going to build the tension. You're going to reveal the benefits. You're going to highlight bonuses. You're going to bust myths. You're going to answer questions, and you're going to have testimonials. All that's on the sales page. So really, in these emails, we are intentionally pulling from the content that we've meticulously put together on our sales page and putting it in the email to point people back to the sales page. So those are the 5 days. You set all those up in a sequence and make it go to your whole list. Or if it's a second time you're launching, have it go to anybody who doesn't own that product. And you can easily set that filter on Kajabi, where it will not send the email to people who have already purchased it, because there's nothing more annoying than getting an email about a product you've already purchased. So don't do that to your people. And you can easily set up that filter when you're setting up the email sequence on Kajabi. So that's what you do to launch your flagship course. And that's also what you do to launch your mini course. So the pre-launch strategy, you do all that work ahead of time, warm them up, and then an email a day with a very intentional process, working them through, kind of hitting them from every angle, giving them every possible chance they need. If they miss day 2 and day 3 and day 4, they might get day 5's email. Or maybe they'll see the first email and the second email and the third email, ignore all of them. But for whatever reason, they open day 4 because they want to see those myths busted. Whatever the case, you're giving them a lot of chances. And at the end of it, for some people, they're going to say, why are you emailing me every day? And that's when you say, hey, you know what? What I have said to people is I say every single week I email you and I give you content. I ask for nothing in return. And so a couple times a year, I'll do a push where the emails are a little bit more frequent. And you won't see this from me very often. If it bothers you, you can always hit unsubscribe. I'm not forcing you to be subscribed, but I am giving you the opportunity, every possible opportunity, to know that I've got something amazing for you. And if you believe in your product and you believe it's going to be awesome. And I don't make products I don't believe in. I don't make products that I don't think are awesome and will help people. So I'm confident that I'm going to send an email every day and 3 on the last day. And even if it annoys some people, it's really for the benefit of those who are going to take the course, and it's going to be awesome for them. Let's check out some comments. Zan the Man says, we love Hendrix. Yeah, that's my dog's name. I'd love to take some comments and questions from you. That is the basic idea of launching your flagship course. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about putting it all together in Evergreen. As the questions are coming in, I want to mention lanesebring.com/Kajabi. Go there. Sign up for Kajabi. Right now, you get 3 months for $99 with my link. If it's after August, you get a 30-day free trial. Depends on when you go there. But no matter whether it's right now or later, you're going to get the 45-minute call with me, Kajabi Accelerator course, and my $25,000 course launch email template. All of that is yours for free for using my link, because it is an affiliate link. So I do get a small commission when you use it. So if you appreciate what we're doing here and you feel like we've served you well with this content and information, and you're going to jump on Kajabi anyway, you might as well use my link, lanesebring.com/Kajabi. All right. So if there are comments, let them roll in. And if there's not, then we'll be done for today, and we'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's day 10. Tomorrow's going to be exciting. Let me tell you why. Tomorrow is when all of these pieces begin to fit together, and you start to see, oh my gosh, when I have all of this stuff together that I've built over these 10 days, and maybe you take these 3 months when you join Kajabi, you put all these things together, you've got your content plan, your infrastructure, your website built, and then you build the coaching program, the mini course, the flagship course, and it's all launched, and you put it into Evergreen the way I'm going to show you tomorrow. That is when the magic happens. That's when you start to go, oh my gosh, I can take 6 weeks off like Lane did, which is what I recently did, all of July and half of August. And my business just goes. My business just happens. Let's see. MV says, thank you for your information. You're quite welcome. Happy to give it. John Dillon, is there a way to have people review the course before launch as a way to get some feedback and testimonials? Yeah, it's a great idea. You can totally do that. The way to do that is to build the course, and before you launch it, reach out to your list for beta testers. So you can either do that where they go through it for free, or you can drastically reduce it. I've seen both ways. I think asking people to pay a little bit is more helpful than giving it to them for free. People don't value free things. They're probably not going to take the course if it's free, even if they say they will. So what I would do is I would reach out to your kind of core audience, the most committed people you have, and say, hey, I'm about to release this course in a few months. The price on it is going to be, $297, right? It's going to be a $300 course. I want to give it to you for $100. So it's a third of the price. I'm going to honor you with that, give you a 2/3 discount. All I want in review is some feedback on it and some testimonials. If you're uncomfortable charging for it, I totally get that. You could offer it for free. Just know that you're going to have to offer it to a lot of people to get any feedback at all. Because people just don't take action on free things, unfortunately. But that's the way I would do it. And it's a good idea. Get some feedback and testimonials. If you want to launch before you have testimonials on a course and you don't want to do it that way, you can include testimonials of people that you have worked with in the past using the same material. Okay. And as long as you are honest about that, you could say something like, I worked with John, taught through this same material with John, and here's what he had to say. Okay. Or you could say, when I've taught this same content in the past, here's what one of my students, John, had to say. And you can use that. Then once you get testimonials of people who have been through the course, you can say, oh, here's Lisa. She's gone through the course and here's what she has to say. So that's the way I would do that. Lisa says, I may have missed this in the mini course content creator session, but what do you get to do? But what do you do to get an audience if you are starting at 0 on your newsletter? Also, thanks for this great series. Yeah, that's a great question. So what I would definitely go back and watch day 4, your content plan. Building an audience it takes time. One of the things that I mentioned in there is the power of a platform like YouTube, where it begins to realize who you are, who your content is for, and the algorithms kind of begin to work for you to bring people to your content. That's especially true on YouTube if your content is how to. In other words, you're teaching people how to do something, how to think a certain way, how to change their mindset, whatever the case, right? If people go to YouTube and they search for help in all kinds of different ways, I need to know this, I need to overcome that, how do I fix a tire, how do I fix my life, right? That's what people go to YouTube to search for. So as long as your content on YouTube is specific enough, YouTube begins to figure out, okay, here's who you are, here's who your content is most helpful to, and over time that grows your audience. Now, you have to make sure that, and I talked about this, I believe on the infrastructure, day 3, but you always want to make sure that your content is a bridge and not a dead end. Dead end content is where you release a really helpful video, and at the end of it, you just say, all right, that's it. We'll see you in the next video, right? I did that for so long, right? Put all this work into a video, and it's just like, okay, those are the 3 ways to write a more effective sermon. See you next week. The problem with that is I didn't have a clear call to action. I didn't get those few people who are watching to take a next step with me and get onto my email list. Bridge content is way different. Bridge content is where you have a lead magnet and you are inviting people from your content to your ecosystem. You're kind of inviting them into your thing. And the way you do that is through a lead magnet. So you say, hey, if you enjoyed this, I have something even better for you. It's totally free. Go to mygreatwebsite.com/free resource. You can download it there for free. And in exchange, they have to give you their email address. Easy to set up on Kajabi. I've got playlists on it. But that ensures that your content, even if a small amount of people are watching, you're beginning to grow your if list. The other thing I would say is make sure that you're making good use of sharing your content on other social media platforms. So if you have a podcast and that's your long format, or YouTube and that's your long format, or both, that's great. I do the same thing, but then make sure you're sharing it to the different places. And if you have time to make Instagram Reels and TikTok videos and YouTube Shorts, that's all the better. I didn't get into all that because I don't think it's necessary at first. And if you're going to get bogged down, definitely lean towards simplicity. Don't try to get complex with being everywhere all at once while you're trying to build a business, while you're trying to get customers, while you're trying to build products. This is a long game. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So focus on building great content. And if your content is serving the right people, platforms like YouTube will begin to share it more and more. That's a great question. Any other questions? Let me know. If not, we will be wrapping up very soon. This has been fun. Tomorrow, be back for day 10. We'll dive into even more. Can't wait to see you then. And I guess we will end it there. Let's see. Lisa says, thanks. Can I go as simple as a podcast as opposed to YouTube? Absolutely. The difference is podcasts are a little less searchable. So the benefit of YouTube is that YouTube's kind of search algorithms work on your behalf, whereas a podcast, the function of search is not that great. First of all, it's a directory that goes to many different podcast players. So some people are looking for them on Apple Podcasts, some people on Spotify, but a podcast can grow very quickly. One thing that you could do is have a YouTube video where the audio goes to podcast. I do that on Preaching Donkey, and it kind of is the best of both worlds. I have a podcast for the people who prefer to just listen, And it's also a YouTube video so that I get that search juice from YouTube. Both can work just fine. But really, it just depends on what you want to do. So if you're more comfortable with a podcast and it fits your genre, your niche, and I think knowing what your niche is about, it seems like a podcast might be the best thing you could do in that niche. That totally works. Audio and video work great. John Dillon says, thanks. You're quite welcome, sir. Lisa says, thank you. You're quite welcome. All right. Love you guys. Appreciate you. We'll see you tomorrow for day 10.